Hey everybody, I'm trying something new here. I am in a Starbucks in Terre Haute, Indiana. Just want to make sure you guys can hear me and see me. Can you give me a thumbs up or post a comment? Let me know if you guys can see me. I know the connection may be bad. I'm having to use a hotspot, so it may not be working. Just let me know if you can hear me. If not, I don't want to punish you all too much tonight with bad audio. Well, that's good to hear. Okay, so we'll get started here in a minute. I came on a little early just to make sure that everything was working right. Like I said, I am traveling to a motorcycle rally in Williamsport, Pennsylvania, and I stopped in Terre Haute, Indiana, to see if I could do this podcast on the road and take a little break. So we'll see how that works. If I do go off, just let me know. Stuka Joe, I'll be back in town next week. I want to reach out to you and maybe pick your ear a little bit on some of the stuff for recording and audio and that sort of thing. I should be slowing down here in a minute, but let's go ahead and see where we're at here on time. We got a couple more minutes, so I'm going to let people try to catch on. Yeah, I'm actually floating between Starbucks and my hotspot. So like I said, I'm not sure how that's working out. And I'll do that, Stuka. I want to, like I said, I want to get some, pick your brain a little bit since you are the master at this sort of thing. All right. You know what? I think I'm just going to go ahead and get started. We got some people coming in. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started here. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to believe that this is episode number 30 so far. And welcome everybody to the Zone of Control podcast. My name is Jerry, and we are trying to do this from a Starbucks. So I'm hoping that the quality isn't too horrible. Hey, Paul, how are you? Good evening. If I do go out, let me know. Like I said, I don't want to give you guys a bad show. I'm just trying to get this done while I'm on the road. But this week we're going to talk about a few things. We're going to talk about some of the new games I got from Worthington Press, and then we're going to talk about some of the games that, if you weren't playing war games, what other games do you like to play? I'll kind of share what I like to play, and we'll see what you guys like to play. Looks like we'll be going. Looks like Jester and I will be starting our game day again, so we will be. We'll go into that, and it looks like that Ruff and Nate are going to be doing another podcast, so that's good news. I think everybody's pretty excited about that, and so that'll be good. I'm looking forward to seeing that as well. So let's go ahead and move forward here. So first of the opening comments I want to make is, again, I'm really happy that Ruff and Nate have decided to continue with the podcast. I would love for Jester to do so as well, but I'm looking forward to that. Saturdays are just tough for me. I wouldn't want to have to dedicate my Saturdays to. I love you all and everything, but my wife might not be real happy if I decide to do every Saturday. So I'll stick with Thursdays, and it seems to be working out pretty well. We've got a pretty good crowd coming in and out of the podcast. Sorry about that. And so I think we'll just continue doing that. And then I know tonight is the Compass Town Hall, so we'll be finishing about 15 minutes prior to that, so you guys can jump over there. I will be jumping into my vehicle, and I will listen to it while I'm on the road. So other than that, I'll be traveling this week. Next week, I'll probably have to do the show on the road again, as I'll be traveling back home. But then after that, we will be home for a little while. So really looking forward to enjoying that and trying to get back on some kind of regular schedule. I've got some really cool people set up to do some of the shows. Yeah, you're sure right. It is tough. And Christoph, how are you, sir? Hey, I'm almost done with my traveling, so we need to pick a game and we need to play. Really miss playing with you, Christoph. But yeah, I've reached out to a couple people. We'll have a couple guests coming on the show, and really looking forward to some of that. So let's go ahead and get started with the show here. So the first thing I want to do is I want to talk about what came in the mail today or this week. I got a nice Kickstarter package from Worthington Press, and as you guys know, I'm a huge World War I fan, and so when this Kickstarter came out, I jumped all over it. The Guns of August is a reprint. I know you guys have probably seen that in the past, but they really done a nice job getting that together and going around and showing what that game is. I'll share this tab just so you guys can see. So this was the Kickstarter that they had, and on that Kickstarter, they added a lot of stuff to the package. So they had Guns of August, of course, and that was the main hook for the game. But then after that, they added, this is what intrigued me a little bit, was so first they did the deluxe edition of Guns of August. So I did an unboxing. There's 8 pages of rules and really only about 6 pages of rules for this game. And it looks amazing. I had forgotten I hadn't played it in a while. And so I thought I would jump back into it. And like I said, it's about 7 pages of rules. It's a chit draw type of game. It says it's not very good solitaire, but I don't know why it wouldn't be. So I'm going to jump in there and try to give that a shot and just see what that's all about. But the components are very nice. But this is the one that kind of got me was Blood of Lion. So it's a solitaire game and kind of a push your luck type of game, I guess. But really nice components. I did an unboxing. If you guys go to Cardboard Commander on YouTube, you can see the unboxing video of this. But the game looks really good, and I will have this on the table next week. So we will be playing this. And then the last but not least, they had this Take Cover game, which is kind of it's just a small card game, kind of a beer and pretzel card game type thing. I don't know what I'm going to think about that, but it looks kind of cool, and we'll see what that's all about. But again, I got it for Blood of Lions and Guns of August, and it looks like I'm not going to be disappointed. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to be getting that on the table relatively soon. And did any of you guys pick this up? I don't know if you had looked at it or not, or if you had any interest in it or not. So going forward, you guys should save the date. So October 13th, Jester and I will be starting our wargaming series again. And 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we are going to play Great War Commander, kind of a combat commander variant, but this is World War I. Again, as you guys know, I love me some World War I, so we'll be looking at some of that. But I hope you guys get to stop by. We'll be playing, and I don't know if we'll finish. Hopefully, we'll finish the game. And we're going to play a small scenario first. Neither one of us have played this, so we're going to have to pick up the rules. But it looks to be pretty cool, and very nice looking game. So just thought I would throw that out there for you guys to save the date and to prepare for that. Now, we're going to talk a little bit about when you're not playing war games. I know we all love playing war games, right? But when you're not playing war games, what kind of games do you like playing? And the reason I'm asking this is I have some friends who, particularly couples and things like that, that we hang out with, and they've asked me about playing games, but I'm sure they're not really wanting to play war games. So I'm trying to figure out what would be a good type of game to play. This SETI game is huge right now on the Euro front. A lot of people are playing it. It's pretty hardcore, but it looks really cool. And so I don't know if any of you guys have played that, but my question is, what kind of games do you like playing when you're not pushing cardboard? I would, as you know, I would prefer to push cardboard, but when I'm not pushing cardboard, I really like to play some sports games. I like some of the older Avalon Hill sports games. I like APBA baseball. I play a lot of those games. In fact, I've got a couple March Madness replays on the channel, and that sort of thing. But like I said, I really like playing some sports games when I'm not playing war games. And you guys always have these cool conventions that I never get to go to. I'm gonna get off on a tangent. I wish it was closer to us. It seems like the East Coast has all the war games conventions here. I know Compass is having theirs in Connecticut or something pretty soon. I do know there's one on the West Coast, and then of course there's a lot in Columbus and the Ohio area. But I always watch Stuka Joe's stuff, and he's always going to these pretty cool cons overseas. They look really good. Let's see, what does... Yeah, so it's kind of funny. I like playing chess as well. I suck at it, but I like playing chess as well. I like to play a lot of card games too. There's certain card games I like to play, but yeah, like I said, I'm just trying to figure out something to. Yeah, you guys are making me jealous here with all these cool cons and everything that you're getting to go to. Yeah, I don't. So you ask, Christoph, what GIPF games? What are those? Give me an example. Give me a name of a game so I can look it up. But some of the games that I would like to play. So I'm not a big role playing guy. Like I've never played Dungeons and Dragons or anything like that. Not that not that I wouldn't, but I've just never had the opportunity to play. But I would like to play a couple of these new games. Traveler is one RPG I would like to play. I like that science fiction type of role-playing game. I think that would be kind of fun. And then another game that looks really cool is this Heat game, which is kind of a F1 Indy car racing game. And depending on how in-depth you want to get in the rules, it can be pretty cool. And the way they maneuver around the track, that looks pretty neat. So again, just one of those things that if I had people to play with, it'd be cool to be able to get some people playing that and everything. One of the things I'm a little confused about is it seems like some of these Euro games, they're really proud of them. Very expensive. Like SETI's almost $100. And I know the components are great and that sort of thing, but I just don't know if I want to invest that much money into a game that I may only play once or twice. I don't know if that's what I really want to do or not. Okay, well, let's see, Christoph. Let's see. All connected. It's a game. Google it. Well, I'll have to do that. And have you played it? Is it fun to play? Is it easy to play? Would people who don't play, people who aren't used to playing games, would they be Would they like it? Let me know. That does sound, like I said, I'm up for trying almost anything. So yeah, share with me what you guys are thinking about some of those games. I did want to show. So I've been going to trying to redo my game room just because I am trying to film, and sometimes the sun comes into the room and it's just too much and I can't see what I'm trying to actually do. But then the other thing is just kind of I like a change every once in a while, and so I wanted to show you guys. So let me go back here. I'm trying to do this on a laptop. I usually have 3 screens that I can look at, do all this. So, but this is right now, this is my new setup in my game room. And as you guys can see, my bookcases are starting to fill up. And I think I'm going to have to do a little bit of a purge. So I'm thinking about maybe over the holidays, maybe doing a giveaway, a couple of games that I have, but then otherwise probably just sell them on Noble Night and see what I can do. I said I wasn't going to start taking up more space, but as we all know, that's hard to do. Hey, Michael, how are you? Good evening. But I'm pretty happy with my space right there. I'm fortunate that my wife lets me have so much room and everything, but my game right now, the game I have on the table is Combat Volume 3. I'm playing that, and then the other side where my desk is at, that's where I play my vassal games and things like that. Excuse me. But it's just I have to admit I really do like my game space. I'm starting to get I like the lighting, and that's why I want to get with Stuka as well. I want to get with them and see what he does for some lighting, because it's a little dark in that corner when I'm filming over by my computer, and so yeah, Stuka, I do need a bigger table, but I do have another room in the back of the house that I shoot my late night gaming in. It's just our spare bedroom, but I have a little thing set up there. But yeah, I probably do need to just take over one of the rooms and do it. But yeah, I probably do need a bigger table. But then I have more stuff out on the table, and not that that's a bad thing, but it could be taking up more room. That table there, I could put out a pretty good sized game. It just depends on how. I also have to make sure I have the cat protector on there, because my cat will go play Godzilla on there if I'm not careful with that. But otherwise, it's I like the gaming space. But here's my computer part, and again, I just need to figure out some lighting and things to do. And I also probably want to do some overhead shooting when it comes to some gameplay. I don't know. I'm gonna try to figure that out and see what's going on with that. But if any help that you guys could give me for that, that would be fantastic. It seems like the 45 minutes and the hour podcast seems to be working out pretty well. I'm very fortunate that you guys are hanging out and watching. I'm seeing a big growth in the channel, which is fantastic. Really do appreciate that, and I appreciate you guys all hanging in there with me and doing that. So Stuka, I know you've got like 2 very large tables. I'd like to get an 8 by something table where I could put 2 large games on, but that may be wishful thinking for a little while. And my wife still wants a guest room, and in our other room, she actually has her hobby stuff in there, and so she allows me to keep my gaming stuff. So I don't want to push out her hobby stuff. So don't want to do that. Okay, yeah, that's a pretty big table, and that's one table. Yeah, and that I think mine's about that size for one table. but it folds up a little bit too. It's kind of a my wife uses. She has the same table that she uses for her all her stuff. Yeah, 54 inch by 36 would be nice. That would be really nice. And but again, what do you guys have? What besides Stuka? How big a table do you guys have? I know Christoph has a pretty good little setup, and I know. Yeah, I could drill holes in the table. That wouldn't be a problem. And uh, the slider setup, I do like that. And then I know you use your phone when you're doing that, so that's kind of cool. But next week we'll be doing another road tripping podcast. Sorry, I'm kind of jumping around here, folks. I didn't really get as much time to prepare for this week as I usually do, just because I'm traveling and everything. I did have a couple questions about the podcast and what I do for my slides. So everybody asked me how long it takes me to work on my slides that I use for this podcast. First of all, do you guys like the slides, or would you rather just see a talking head? Um, the slides kind of keep me on pace, so it just kind of helps me there. But do you guys like the slides? Are they too much? Is it, do you get lost in them? Do you care less? Let me know what you guys think about the slides. I work pretty hard on trying to keep them organized and trying to keep them looking pretty nice. I think I do a pretty good job there, but you never know sometimes. So I'm probably going to wrap this up here in the next 5 or 10 minutes, just because, again, got to get back on the road, and you guys are probably ready to go check out the Compass podcast. So just some things coming up. I know we're going to have Thomas Van Hare on the show. We're going to have a couple other designers on the show. And when I have a designer on the show, I'm going to kind of ask them different questions. I don't want to, I want to know what inspires them and what got them started and that sort of thing. So I'm hoping that they'll be up for that. Also, I want to have some YouTubers on, and so Stuka, I'll be reaching out to you. I would love to have you on the show and kind of pick your brain about a couple things. I've already had Christoph on. There's a couple other people I'd like to have on, but Stuka, it'd be great to have you on the show. Also, I'm looking at playing. I'm going to do so. I had a lot of good feedback on the rules. Part of the thing I did last week, going over some of the rules. So I think I'll continue doing that on some games. I'll also be going over some of the type of games that people like to play, meaning tactical, operational, that sort of thing. Are you, do you want crunchier games? Do you want easier games? We're going to have a whole bunch of, I got about 10 topics for that all set up and everything. And then we're also going to talk about a little bit about what are you looking for? If you could wave a magic wand, what would you look for in making the hobby as good as it can be? You can start with tuning works. Really? So, Stuka, I would be very interested in that, because StreamYard's very expensive. And I mean, I like some of what it has, but it's pretty expensive. But I also like being able to be able to do as many as I can. I know some of the free stuff you can only have a certain amount of hours, which might not work out. But yeah, I would love to hear about a better product than StreamYard. I know some people use OSB or OBS. I'm not sure how that works. But I'm willing to do anything, and I'm pretty tech savvy, so I can figure it out. If yep, we'll talk about some camera and tabletop. Let's see, what's Paul's? Michael says he's got card table, 60-inch fold. Yeah, so I do have a folding table that I could use, but again, it's just taking it up and down every time. I'd like to really be able to just be able to put it on. Let's see, Paul here. What Paul say? Yeah, I do like the slides that Stuka uses. He does do a great job with that. Let's see what else we got here. Oh. Wow, yeah. So when I get back, Stuka, let's talk about that. I would love to. I have no problem switching platforms. And the one thing I'd like to be able to do is multi-camera, where I could show the game and then show myself. I don't know why I want to do that, but I think it'd be kind of cool to see the game and then just have me down in the little corner there talking and that sort of thing. Yeah, yeah, it's probably $250 for the year, Christoph. It's expensive, and I mean, it's a good product, but if there's others out there that's not as expensive, that would be great. Nice. Yeah, see, I would really like to do that. And that's what I was wondering how you did that, because I love how you're kind of in the bottom corner, kind of like this a little bit. And then you have the game over here. I really like that. And I just think it brings the viewer into more of a personal thing. I really do like that. And I do know that you do such a good job, Stuka. I love watching your replays. You do a great job. Also, so one of the things I did see today, if you guys haven't checked out Poindexter, he did a great Western Front Ace replay. He always does, but he just put out another one, and it's really good. So you guys should go check that out. But let's see, what else were we talking about? Yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting out that Blood of Lions from Worthington Press. One thing I will say about that is I was a little frustrated. They shipped it in a poly bag, and a couple of the game boxes got dinged up. And I'm not one of those guys that get real caught up on what the boxes look like, but it was a little frustrating that, a couple of the boxes got dinged up, and a brand new game. I would prefer not to have that, but it is what it is. Christoph, let's think about playing something soon. I'd like to get together, maybe, because I know you can play during the day, I think. So that would be fantastic. So if you want to pick up something and let's try to play that, that would be great. I am going to be playing a little more advanced squad leader starter kit. I want to get back into that as well. And I will continue playing the Trench Raid replay YouTubers edition too. I'm doing that at late night. And so that's allowing me to do that. So, all right, folks. Well, I apologize for the short show, and I'm sorry if the audio and everything's not as good as it should be. But from being in a Starbucks, I'll take it. And I will see you all next week. So again, thanks again for all the support. And have a good night, everybody. Be safe. Be kind. Happy wargaming, everybody.